After nearly 2.5 years and 123 consecutive weekly episodes of the Print on Demand Playbook podcast, we are sad to announce the end of the show. On this final episode, we'll be discussing what we're working on moving forward and where you can continue learning from us now and well into the future. My name is Adrian Von Arx, here with my co-host Kerry Egler. Welcome to the last ever episode of the Print on Demand Playbook podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Print on Demand Playbook podcast. My name is Kerry Egler, here with Adrian Von Arx. I'm sure you know us, especially if you're listening to this episode. But this is our last episode together, last episode of the podcast. It's bittersweet. Oh man, we're feeling all the emotions right now. As Adrian said in the introduction, it's been 2.5 years, nearly 2.5 years, 103 consecutive weekly episodes.
123.
Wild. We took a little bit of a break before this episode. We're kind of talking through some things. But yeah, this is going to be our last episode of the podcast. Before we get into why we're ending the podcast, kind of talking about that, we do want to celebrate some just like fun statistics and celebrate our community, like celebrate you guys as listeners. You are what has made this podcast successful for that long, which is pretty cool. I think most podcasts probably don't make it this long. So we're really thankful and really fortunate for our listeners. We're really thankful for our listeners and all of you that have been listening for however long you've been listening. Many of you have been with us since the beginning. So we do want to say a huge thank you to start this podcast. Adrian, I'm going to toss it over to you before we go any further.
Yeah. I mean, I echo your sentiment. Thank you to all of our incredible, loyal listeners who have supported the show since our very humble beginnings back in January of 2023. We appreciate each and every one of you. We love you guys. We appreciate you for being here, for investing in yourselves, by investing in your learning and your growth. And we just want to celebrate you for that now and hopefully well into the future. Obviously, this decision did not come easy. We've been going for, like Kerry said, almost 2.5 years. I think the average podcast has 5 episodes. I think that's a stat I heard. Don't quote me on that, but I think I heard that I think
you're right.
I heard the average podcast is 5 episodes. This is our 124th. And it's really bittersweet, man. I'm definitely feeling the feels. Like I'm really sad that it's the end of an era. However, it's not the end of us, and hopefully it's not the end of you, our listeners.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're evolving, and that is very normal and natural as humans, and especially as entrepreneurs. So were there any fun facts, Kerry, that you wanted to share before we kind of talk about the decision to end the show?
Yeah, well, just to share a few kind of like, I don't even want to call them statistics, because every one of these things has a person tied to it. And we're just really thankful for the listeners, for the community, for everything that you guys have given back to us. We have had no podcast without you. And so we want to say thank you, but we do want to express, like, we're not just saying that it's been an awesome podcast. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, man, you guys have really showed up. We've had something like 600,000 plus streams over 2.5 years. That number is insane. Again, there's a person tied to every one of those, clicking on our podcast episodes, listening for any amount of time. You know, I think on average, Adrian, like the average person listens for about 40 minutes on our podcast. Like,
wow.
It's crazy. So it's most of you listening are listening for long periods of time, which we're really thankful for. Just Apple reviews. We've had over 115 of you review our podcast. We're thankful for the 5-star reviews. We're also thankful for those 1-star reviews. But we have a 4.8 podcast or star rating on Apple Podcasts. I think that's super good. I'm super proud of that because we've really tried to put out quality content for you guys. And we really just want to help. We just want to help the print on demand apparel world. And that's what we've been committed to. I know I've had shirt school for 5.5 years, over 5.5 years. We're really kind of butting up on 6 years pretty quickly here. That's been my mission for 6 years, like helping people start and grow online apparel, t-shirt, and print on demand businesses. And I also just want to call out all the DMs, direct messages we've got on Instagram, on Facebook, the emails that have come into our email inboxes. Even like, man, every once in a while I get in there to the Spotify account. There's like all these comments on Spotify. We see your comments, we see your messages. We're so thankful for you. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I just, again, want to say a huge thank you. Cannot say thank you enough.
Yeah. One more fun fact that I'll drop is that the podcast has been ranked. I mean, I shouldn't say the podcast with the help of our listeners has been ranked in the top 100 podcasts in the category of entrepreneurship on Apple Podcasts in the US, which we're talking about. We're alongside names like Tim Ferriss, Russell Brunson, all these legends that I really look up to and admire a lot. And we could not have done that without our amazing listeners.
100%.
So really, we'll just get to the kind of the point here, and then we'll talk about where you can kind of follow us moving forward. So obviously, this decision did not come easy. There was a lot of thought. There was a lot of deliberation. But really, we decided to end the show. We're still friends. I just want to like clear the record and make sure that everyone knows that there's no bad blood here and that we're still friends. So I'm not into drama, man, and I know you're not into either. And I just don't want there to be any misconceptions that there's all this drama and that that's why I didn't like that we hadn't done a closing episode and why we decided we need to do this. We need to do this for our listeners to close the loop and to let them know that no, there's not drama. We just, at the end of the day, the truth is we're just going in different directions. That's it. We're going in different directions. Kerry's going in one direction. I'm going in another direction. Maybe we'll collaborate in the future. Who knows? We just don't know. But Kerry, anything you wanted to add to that before we explain to our listeners where they can continue following us?
Yeah, I think what we've been doing over the last 2.5 years is kind of an interesting way to do a podcast, right? We have collaborated and we own two separate businesses. There might be listeners out there that you're like, maybe think we're partners. We did partner up on a program at one point. That was great. We had a great time with that. But we run two separate businesses. Adrian lives in Arizona. I live in Oklahoma. And they are very similar businesses. We are essentially competitors. We're friends. We don't treat each other like competitors. We try to help each other. Adrian has helped me so much over the years with so many different things. Contributing to the Shirt School community was so valuable to me. The many times that you did coming into our groups, doing trainings, coming onto our Launch Your Brand Challenge, and speaking there. Like, I am so thankful for how much Adrian has been willing to help us over at Shirt School, and I hope that I've been able to help Adrian as well with his programs and his business, and however possible, whether I've just offered advice or just been a friend to be there. But we are essentially competitors. We run two separate businesses. We have one podcast, and we've been kind of singularly promoting our different programs and different things. And yeah, it's just kind of a weird setup. And so I think we started this because we both wanted to start a podcast. We both wanted to share our knowledge in a long form way.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to do it alone, right? I mean, that's how I felt. I didn't want to start a podcast, this long form thing, and me just talk for 45 minutes or an hour. And I could have probably brought on people to interview and different things like that. But I was like, there's so many interview podcasts, and different things. Like, I wanted somebody who I felt like the podcast, would be fun to have a co-host and would be fun to talk with and have great conversations. We shared a lot of similar ideas and similar strategies and different things like that. And so we came together, and to be honest with you, our listeners, we took imperfect action. That's my motto. And we took imperfect action, and we've just been trying to figure it out as we go. And it's been pretty awesome over 2.5 years. But as Adrian mentioned, I think coming into 2025, 2 years into the podcast, which obviously we're in May now, but coming into 2025, we're both definitely have new goals, new places we want to go with our programs, our businesses, and our goals just didn't really align to continue on. And so we've been, I think, over the course of this first 5 months, just kind of trying to figure out what that future looks like. I know I have. And so that's what we ultimately decided, that we're going to focus on our own singular businesses independently and continue to put out content, of course, but that we weren't going to continue with the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, definitely the feeling is mutual. You've been an awesome co-host. I've learned so much from you, and this is a really fun experiment project, whatever you want to call it. We're big believers in collaboration over competition. We practice what we preach. This podcast is the testament of that.
Yes.
And it's been an incredible run. We've had an absolutely incredible run. Speaking of kind of going in different directions, and I just want to say to you, Kerry, like, I wish you the best moving forward on the direction you go. Like, I absolutely want the best for you, and I have no doubt that you're going to be successful because you're just that kind of guy. And I'm excited for where you go now and into the future.
Absolutely. I'm saying the feeling is mutual. Wish you all the best in your business. And by the way, also, as Adrian mentioned, we are friends. We're going to stay connected. So yeah, it feels like we're saying goodbye, but like I have your phone number.
It's sad.
I will hit you up and say, how's it going? How's everything going?
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Yeah.
See you on the competitors field. Internet.
See you on the pitch.
You're going down.
So, Kerry, why don't you tell our listeners kind of where they can find you, follow you moving forward? Feel free to, talk about anything that you have going on, and then I'll kind of share what we have going on and where people can follow us moving forward.
Yeah. Thank you so much for allowing me to just kind of talk about that. So Shirt School. So as some of you may know, many of you are members of Shirt School, which has been my program for teaching people how to start, grow, and scale profitable online t-shirt, apparel, and print-on-demand businesses. We've had it for 5.5 years. We have thousands of students all around the globe. Many of you that are members of that program, you've probably seen that there's starting to be a lot of changes with Shirt School lately, and we've brought on a new co-owner. His name is Jason Humphrey. Really great guy, really knowledgeable. His knowledge is kind of in a little bit of a different area than mine is. He's got 20 plus years of e-commerce background, and he has worked with some of the biggest marketplaces like in the world. He helped launch Walmart Marketplace and connect e-commerce sellers to Walmart. And I think in his time there, they became like a multi-billion-dollar platform or something crazy. Like, it's insane. So he's very, very knowledgeable in e-commerce, just in a little bit of a different area than me, which is cool because it's a little bit complementary. And we're really focused on, in the near future, we're focused on growth. We're focused on not only growing Shirt School, but we're focused on growing our community of people and our programs. So if you're a member of Shirt School, you probably already know that. If you're not a member of Shirt School, you might just be learning this, but yes, there's a lot of new changes coming to Shirt School as well. And I would just encourage you to, if you want to stay connected with me, with our new co-owner, and anyone else that we're bringing on the team, which we are planning to bring on more people to the team, I would recommend that, number one, go follow us on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and follow at Shirt School, so it's a Shirt School channel, you can stay most current with all the content we're putting out. We're still putting out weekly videos. You're going to be seeing new faces, new things on there, but you're still going to be seeing me. Still going to be doing tutorials and different things on there. And then also just following us over on Instagram at Shirt School over on Instagram. Again, I'm there as well as new team members. So Shirt School is really like, our plan is we want Shirt School to be a team of people that have different knowledge and different expertise, and being collaborative and being more about the community than just one singular person, which it has been me, right? It's been my thing over the last 5.5 years. And so that's kind of where we're going. And I would invite you to go follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and really, really looking forward to connecting with everybody on those platforms.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that, guys. Definitely check them out. Obviously, if you're not following them already, Kerry puts out gold. So
Adrian, share with us where we can find you and where you guys are going.
So I'll try to keep this pretty brief. I want to talk about kind of like our direction and where you can follow us moving forward. There's a couple different platforms where we're really trying to put out a lot of content on right now. So Ecom Legends Academy, for anyone that doesn't know, is the training and coaching program. It's an educational platform started by myself and my co-founder, Carlos Colon, who's also my brother. And really the goal of Ecom Legends Academy is to help people unlock more for freedom and fulfillment in their lives. That is why Ecom Legends Academy exists. And our key goal is to create the quickest path to sales and profitability. And we believe that that is through Shopify and print on demand. And we teach people kind of how to get there, how to get on that quickest path. So one of our kind of core success principles is in terms of success is to choose one selling platform and commit to mastery of that platform. Shopify is where we hitched our wagon. It's where we've made the high majority of our sales and why we're big believers in it. And we teach others how to kind of replicate that proven repeatable strategy. Our goal moving forward is actually really to focus not on doing more, but to do less, but better. I was really inspired by one of my favorite books of all time, which is called Essentialism by Greg Cowan. I don't know how to pronounce it, but definitely every entrepreneur should read that book. It's all about the disciplined pursuit of less. And so what we're really trying to focus on is not doing more, but doing less, but better. And so our sole focus right now, kind of moving forward, is to teach a proven, repeatable strategy to build a profitable and sustainable business with Shopify and print on demand. And the strategy that we teach, that we use, this is the strategy that we've used to generate multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands. And that's the exact strategy that we teach our students. So we've had the honor of coaching countless other students and helping them grow profitable businesses using that strategy. So moving forward, there's kind of 2 paths, 2 places you can hang out with us. You can follow us, whatever you want to call it. There's free education. So we just try to put out as much free education as possible. We take a very value-driven approach. We believe that there's always room for great new brands. And we want to see others win, with or without us. We want to see others win. And so we just try to put out as much free education as possible. We don't believe in gatekeeping. We just put it all out there. So if you do want to follow us, there's a couple places that you can find us for free content. Carlos and I, we launched a new podcast called the Print on Demand Podcast. That's hosted by myself and, like I just said, T-Shirt Legends Academy coach Carlos Colon. We release episodes every Friday, and there we discuss all things print on demand. So if you did love this podcast and you're looking for another one, come check us out, come listen, hang out with us. We hope you guys love it. We did it for you guys. And you can check that out by going to ecomlegendsacademy.com/podcast or by clicking the link that we'll link up below in the show notes. You can join our email list. So we try to send out regular value-driven emails. And you can get on that list by attending our masterclass or by downloading any of our free resources, which we have linked up in our bios across every platform that you can find us on. So social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the podcast, you'll find our bio there where you can get our free resources. We have a free ebook, a free starter pack for print on demand, all sorts of stuff there. And then, of course, by checking out our free masterclass, which you can check out. That's called How to Make Your First $10,000 in Sales with Shopify and Print on Demand. So you can check that out by clicking the link below or going to ecomlegendsacademy.com/grow. And then YouTube, this is another place where we are on a lot more these days. So we release new YouTube videos every single week. We talk about growth strategies. We do full tutorials and talk about the latest print on demand trends to help you make more sales and grow your brand. So definitely give us a follow on YouTube if you're not subscribed. Check us out at adrian.vonarks. And then we're also on Instagram and TikTok. So Instagram at Ecom Legends Academy, TikTok at Adrian Vonarks. That is our short form platform where we put out little bite-sized chunks of value-based content. And on Instagram, we do a lot of print on demand style humor as well, because Everyone has the same struggles in this space, and we love just pointing it out and making fun and creating funny and relatable content over there. So that's kind of the free places where you can follow us. As you can see, we're going to be in a lot of places. Now, in terms of paid, our paid community is called T-Shirt Legends Academy. This is our flagship training and coaching program. So if you want personalized coaching and ongoing support to expedite kind of your growth process from two coaches who have generated multiple millions in sales across two apparel brands and have a combined 15 years of experience with Shopify and print on demand, then you might want to consider T-Shirt Legends Academy. So over there, it's an amazing place. We've got a vibrant community of others on the same journey. And we have step-by-step training on our proven repeatable growth system. So kind of the core focus in a nutshell of the program, there's so much to it, but in a nutshell, there's 3 group coaching calls every single month. We do monthly brand audits on anything from niche to designs to websites to marketing. We have step-by-step training on our proven repeatable strategy, very heavily focused on marketing. And then we have a private coaching community where you can ask questions 24/7 to myself, Carlos, or anyone in the community. If you do want to check out that paid community, that paid program, you can go to ecomlegendsacademy.com/grow. That'll take you to our masterclass where you'll have an opportunity to join that program. We'll also link it below. So that's kind of it. There's kind of two roads. You're kind of like a fork in the road. Do you want to go the free route? Do you want to go the paid route? It all depends on what you want. We're here to support you at whatever season you are in your business. Anything else you want to discuss, Kerry, before we kind of land the plane here for one last time, sadly?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, this is very, very sad. I'm feeling emotional. Kerry, I think you're probably feeling emotional. This has been such an incredible journey. I want to thank all of our incredible listeners one more time. Thank you for showing up for yourselves. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for all your kind DMs and YouTube comments and reviews. Kerry, thank you for being an amazing podcast and just an incredible human. And kind of in closing, I want to leave our listeners with one final quote. One final quote.
All right. The quote, man. Hit us.
Here we go. At any given time, you have 2 options: to step backward into comfort or forward into growth. I hope you choose growth because, in the wise words of Abraham Lincoln, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Thank you so much, guys. We love you. We hope to continue bringing you value and staying in touch. And we will talk to you hopefully very soon.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.